This is Speaking of Writers. I'm Steve Richards. Finding inspiration comes easily from the inspirational messages found on the pages of inspirational words and inspirational quotes in the book Soul.Inspirations Breathe Through My Heart by Marilyn Lee. Inspirations that fill your heart and comfort your soul. The seen world is powered by the unseen world. What is seen in this material world can be changed with a thought. Your intention can change what you see and experience. Your thought and your intentions are part of the unseen and are part of the all that is, your source. Inside this book, you'll find inspirational messages channeled from spirit. These inspirational words and inspirational quotes will help you gain spiritual growth and enlightenment. Happy to have Marilyn Lee join me now here on Speaking of Writers. Marilyn, welcome to this program.
Oh, thank you so much, and hello to everyone. I'm thrilled to be.
Marilyn, what led you to Soul.Inspirations Breathe Through My Heart?
Well, I was receiving messages from I Am That I Am and the Sun. That's who they call themselves. And after a day or two, I thought, this information needs to be shared with the rest of the world. So I started to record them because they were happening every day or every other day. So then I recorded them and transcribed them and put them into Soul so that it could be shared with everybody.
Okay, so the big question now, Marilyn. What or who is God?
God is the loving, all-powerful intelligence that not only created the universe, but is the universe. We are all part of that universe. We, as human beings and spirits inhabiting bodies, our spirit is like the flamelet of the bonfire that is God. Spirit is comprised of the same energy as God, the creator, our source.
So, Marilyn, what or who are we as human beings?
We are flamelets, like I said, flamelets of the bonfire that is God. That's the best metaphor I've found to describe our relationship, because our spirit is really part of God. What we get to do as human beings is we have these bodies which are costumes. They're costumes for us to act out the drama of our lives. And we have these costumes as spirits so that we can experience experiences. Because I asked I Am That I Am, what is the purpose of human life? What is, who are we? And what are we doing? What is our purpose? And the answer was to experience experiences. Because with every experience, good, bad, and otherwise, we see something, we learn something, we gain. We are all part of it, and so it's all gained because we've had an experience.
We're chatting with Marilyn Lee here on Speaking of Writers. Her book is Soul.Inspirations Breathe Through My Heart. So what is death, Marilyn?
Death, really, our culture fears it and teaches us to fear it. Death is nothing more than a transition. It's leaving our body. And many people who have had near-death experiences get to leave their body and then they get to come back. So death is nothing more than our consciousness leaving our body, like taking off a coat. And so then we get to go back into the universe where we have no body, and we get to determine another journey for ourselves. And sometimes we want to come back here, and it's called reincarnation. Some people believe in it, some people don't. Or sometimes we leave our body here and then we go on other dimensions, because there's many dimensions in the universe.
You have been on a lot of adventures in your life. I was reading through this. Whitewater rafting on the Colorado River, toured Egypt from Ethiopian border to Cairo, sailed on the Nile River, toured the ruins of ancient civilization in Costa Rica, Mexico, Germany, London, New Orleans, D.C., the Bahamas, swimming in the ocean in the Bahamas. How has that helped your writing?
I'm not sure specifically, but what travel does, and visiting other places, especially more exotic places than where we live, provides us perspective. It broadens our view of the world and how other people live, and allows us to see other ways and other ways of doing and other ways of seeing, which enriches us. I endorse traveling around the world or any other place in the United States or in the world because of the perspective it provides.
Marilyn, talk about your background a little bit.
I don't know where to start. I was abused as a child. Many people are. Sexually abused. I had no protection from either parent, but I grew up strong because I had to make it on my own without strength from parents, without protection. So I got to grow to be strong and independent. And I don't know what caused me to be independently minded. I don't do or say or think what other people think I should based on because other people do it. I have to evaluate and even put it aside if I need to determine what my opinion might be or what my feelings might be. I am an independent thinker. I do not think or say or do anything because someone else did it. I know a lot of people believe in tradition. Tradition never served me because that's doing something that's always been done a certain way without question. And I can't do that. I have to question everything to make it, to see if it's valuable for me. So I grew up thinking in those terms, like I've got to figure it out for myself.
Marilyn, when was the first time you experienced a unique celestial or otherworldly incident?
Probably as a child, I could see ghosts, and my parents said that ghosts didn't exist, so I couldn't see them. And then so for many years I didn't because I believed that I shouldn't. But then I did have some experiences that were otherworldly, visitations from angels. I've had Jesus visit me on several occasions. Where he actually appeared in my room, had conversations. So I've had numerous experiences otherworldly. I've had spirits that have never incarnated into a physical body come and visit me and have conversations. Angels come. So it hasn't been an ordinary life or an ordinary level of experience because I think I've allowed myself to be open to it. Some people think, no, you can't do that. So because they think they can't, they don't.
Marilyn, with those experiences, did you keep a journal?
I wish I had, because then I could, hand the paper to someone and say, here, read this. So I never did. I was just in awe of those experiences as I experienced them. And so now I wish it, in retrospect, I wish I had. But I don't. I just get to tell. And so after I had all these experiences, conversations with God, I felt, no, this is important. I need to transcribe these recordings and share them. And that's my way of sharing.
Chatting with Marilyn Lee here on Speaking of Writers. Her book is Soul.Inspirations, Breathe Through My Heart. It is available at Amazon.com. Marilyn, what's the main message and what would you like readers to take away from this book?
That we are not alone. We are not alone. We are surrounded by love. And it might not feel like it because we might feel hurt or victimized, but we really are surrounded by love. We are created from love, through love. And I am that I am, because we refer to God as Father. And I asked about that. I said, some of us want to refer to God as Mother. Or as when I grew up, I was thinking God as Mother, Father, Father, Mother. And the answer came back to me. I created the universe out of me, from me, through me. And when I heard that, I felt both masculine and feminine energies. Because, yes, we have a source, but we came through that source, which is a maternal energy. And so I felt, it's legitimate to refer to God as Mother. So Mother, Father, Father, Mother, it's balance.
She is Marilyn Lee. The book is Soul.Inspirations, Breathe Through My Heart. It is available at Amazon.com. Marilyn, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
And this is Speaking of Writers.